This is my dentist. Well, used to be my dentist. He's a race car driver right now, Jack Miller, and it seems like you're going to fit right into that particular role. You've been trying to do this for years. You finally qualified into the Indianapolis 500, a dream come true.
Absolutely. Born and raised here in Indianapolis and get a race here now. I couldn't be happier.
Dr. Jack Miller, 35-year-old racing dentist, making his IRL debut. The racing dentist from nearby Carmel, Indiana, rookie Jack Miller, has been one of the most promotionally minded and fan-friendly rookies to come to the famed Brickyard in many a year.
He's been in 2 previous Indianapolis 500s, qualifying for the last 2 races. Down the straightaway for the first time, he is a practicing dentist in Carmel, Indiana, on the north edge of Indianapolis.
We're here at Fastimes Indoor Karting for another one of our Pro vs. JOES video series. I'm Aaron McAtee from Racer Podcast, and I'm with Jacob Smith. And we were joined by 3-time starter of the Indianapolis 500, Dr. Jack Miller, and his son, Jack William Miller, who's racing the road to Indy, and most recently Indy Pro 2000. So, Jack, we'll start with you. Obviously, you started racing go-karts at a very young age. You were, what, like 3?
Oh, yeah, 3 years old. So.
Yeah, so we're already, I mean, that's a little intimidating. And I've seen your Instagram posts of you riding your go-kart in a parking lot of an office.
Yeah, sometimes.
So, so obviously you're racing cars now, and your goal is to race in the Indy 500, follow your father's footsteps, right?
Yeah, that's the plan. IndyCar's always been my dream, so hopefully we can make it there.
Absolutely. So, Dr. Jack, we'll pick on you for a minute. So, obviously, like we said, you drove in 3 Indianapolis 500s. And, I mean, when you were a kid, you went to the 500 all the time. You had dreams to race in the 500, right?
Correct.
And then, unlike a lot of people who have those dreams, you actually got to fulfill those dreams 3 times.
Well, my goal in life, believe it or not, was to make it to at least one Indy 500. Mm-hmm. And qualifying that day was by far the best day of my life, in means of things that I've accomplished. And I was so happy to get in the race. I would have loved to have won it, but believe it or not, that wasn't really my goal. My goal was to get in there and have a good time and race. Whatever the outcome there was, it is what it is. But to do it multiple times was even more of a, I don't like use the cliche, a dream come true, but it was a lot of hard work to get there. And, I'd do it again in a heartbeat. I would have done it completely different, except the money. You have to raise the money early on and start when you're 3 years old. You can't start racing cars when you're 26 and run your first 500 when you're 35.
Absolutely. So talking about family relationships, you get to race your son today in go-karts. That doesn't happen. I mean, you guys don't race together very often, right?
When I was finished in 2001 racing, I never stepped foot in a race car. Now, some exotic cars that we have, that's one thing. But I've been tempted to jump in some of his cars, and I thought, nope, I'm done. Not only do I know that he's going to beat me, he's going to beat me bad. He's probably going to take me out. It made me look...
That's happened before, right?
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, and I would have probably done the same thing to him on certain days.
It's okay. Maybe I will today. Maybe I won't. I'll see how I'm feeling.
All right, so something that we like to do here on the Pros vs. JOES is me and Aaron, we're just kind of your average enthusiast. We're a race fan. We love racing, but we're not real race car drivers. So something that we want to learn is from real race car drivers, what is some advice that you guys have for us to learn how to go faster here at Fastimes with these go-karts? I'll start with you.
Well, I don't know really if it relates to the go-karts from length of the track, but I do a lot of coaching with guys in go-karts over the years, and they're driving off the nose of the cart. They're looking down the entire time, only a couple feet in front of them. And my first thing I tell them is get your head up and look as far as you can forward. It's going to slow things down. It's going to give you more time to react to a corner coming up. Like at Indy, as soon as you hit the yard of bricks, you're cranking your head over as far as you can, trying to look through turn 1 into turn 2, and then it slows you down. And what I tell people is when you're driving on the interstate, look out your window and look at the lines right next to you. Out the window, how quick they come by, click, 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 and then look forward, 100 yards forward and see how slow they're coming at you. So my big tip to any race or anything is look far forward and don't drive off the nose of the cart or race car.
Great. Awesome. So, Aaron, keep note of that. Look ahead, not in front of you. All right. And then Jack William Miller, right?
Yes.
So I've been watching some of your Instagram videos with the go-karts. That is crazy. You guys got to check it out. Seriously. It looks like you were steering that cart with the rear wheels in the videos I saw.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can't comprehend doing that. So maybe weigh in a little bit on that and how you approach go-kart racing.
Well, for me now and my friends and I, whenever we're able to go karting, we're just using old tires and really just throwing together whatever, because all my focus has been on race cars lately. So it's kind of just a hobby or a fun thing to do. So, but even when I'm out there and I'm karting at a track or really anywhere, I think the most important thing is to always hit your marks, and if you can do that every single lap, then the time and the speed will come to you. So even here, you don't want to miss your apexes and turn in too early or brake a little bit too early.
Okay. Well, sounds good. We'll see if Aaron and I can learn from this advice, and we'll see what happens.
So we're here at Fastimes Indoor Karting in front of our Pro vs. Joe's leaderboard. So if you see here, Jagger Jones has a record of 23.044. We are also joined by a special guest, Jackson Lee. Now, Jackson, you drove in USF 2000 this year. You also work here, and I know Jagger's time may be threatened today. I think it's going to be.
Yeah, well, you're not supposed to tell people I work here, so that it makes me look better. But
I was going to say, don't you have a shirt on that says Fastimes, but you don't?
no, yeah. I think that time should be pretty easy to beat, though. I'm not worried about it.
Shots fired.
I am worried. I'm worried about any of those guys' time.
All right, well, we'll see how this goes. All right, what number? Oh, I'm in the front. Shit. This is bullshit. What? This is bullshit. I gotta be in front of this shit show? You just want to let him go?
I might. It's this competition we got behind us.
Jack, don't.
Trying to do this out here. Buckle me in, baby. I don't do my own belts, man. You know this.
Yeah, that's fair.
I want to get behind them. Can I like wait for them to go by me? Because I want to wreck. Yeah.
Have you been here before?
Like 5 years ago. I'm new to this whole karting thing. I've never done this before.
Yeah, me neither.
Get up. Dude, I thought you were about to murder me over in here.
That was me. I oversaw that completely.
Do what?
I oversaw that quarter there.
I saw.
What was your time? I didn't see it.
I think I did a 22.995.
You were so much quicker than me.
I've done a couple more laps here than you have.
I think your car's faster.
Which one do you have?
I had the
All right, so we just finished up here at Fastimes Indoor Karting for our Pro vs. JOES video series. So, Jackson, as expected, you're out on top. And you actually beat Jagger's time, so we're going to go to the board here in a minute and we're going to make that arrangement. But Dr. Jack, sorry, man, I saw you got on the wall up there and you say you dislocated your finger?
Yes, but I'll be fine. No excuses. I want some redemption, though. I'm going to get your time next time. Sorry, but it was my own fault. I just pushed too hard and finger caught on the steering wheel, and that was all she wrote. So we'll be back.
Right. So, Jack, I mean, you passed me at least once, but I mean, you're sticking there with Jackson for a little bit. Obviously, Jackson has a little bit of a home court advantage.
Oh yeah, it's okay. I was just out there having fun. We had a good battle for a few laps of him and I running into each other, so it's enjoyable.
So obviously you have a lot of experience with karts outdoors. How do you think these karts kind of compare to the type of kart racing you're used to?
I mean, it's hard because you get out of a shifter kart or a tag and you're doing 80, 90 miles per hour, and then you come here and you feel like you're crawling, so it's more a lot more time to think about it here.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know about you, Jacob, but I felt a lot more pressure because we were out there with 3 professional drivers instead of usually just one. So I felt like a lion in a cage, or a person in a cage with a lion, and I was just waiting. I was just waiting for him to come up on me. But what were your thoughts?
I was kind of in the same boat. I was like, oh, I better not mess up or anything. But I will say your strategy of like looking ahead, hitting the apexes, it did help me this time. My time doesn't quite reflect that, so I'm going to have to come back and try again. Maybe when it's warmer and the track conditions are better. That's my excuse.
It's a good one. Stick to it. Yeah. And the rain, it's raining in there too. So.
And I will say Jackson is really, really easy to work with because you don't even have to get out of the way. He does all the work for you. And he kind of pushed me out of the way, so I appreciate that. It makes it a lot easier. You're an easy person to race against. But, yeah, so how many – so you've worked here for about a year or less than a year?
Well, I started working here about a year ago, but I took a break over the summer to focus on professional racing, and I'm also going to school at IUPUI, so I got to a point where it was just a little too much going on. But just last week I started back up again, so I'm officially an employee here, so I've got quite a few laps here, so I think it wouldn't have been a good look if I wasn't able to do quick times. So I'm happy I was able to not have to eat my words against Jagger's time there.
Yep, poor Jagger. I think he may be in the parking lot tomorrow morning.
Look at that 5.
I was really trying to get you there.
Give me the rundown.
Not expecting this, Jagger. It's kind of a slow time. I don't know why you thought that was going to hold.
All right.